Rhino are out in their droves at this time every morning. Hang on, look at the shoulders on that thing. The Metrex Trophy for the world's strongest man. Just how much pain can a man endure in his pursuit of the ultimate strongman goal? Here in Sun City in South Africa, another of our big six are about to test every sinew to bursting point. Five heats, 6 strongmen, 6 events. The top 2 in each heat go through, and this is the list of finalists so far. Which 2 of these 6 in Heat 4 will join them? Graham Mullins from Doncaster, one of the biggest men in the whole competition. Mark Philippi from the USA, badly injured in the final in Morocco 2 years ago, now back in the big time. Levi Vioga of New Zealand, a former rugby player and a sumo wrestler. Svend Karlsen from Norway, 3rd in last year's World's Strongest Man competition. Jean-Marc Tocovin from France. And Martin Muir, a former international athlete from Germany. Six tasks: the super yoke, the Africa stone, the car lift, the boulder holder, Fingal's fingers, and the Atlas stones. And we start, as with every heat, down on the golf course. No half measures to start with here. This is a truly gargantuan task, the super yoke. 355 kilograms, that's in excess of 800 pounds to be carried from one end of the course to the other. That's more than 5 of me, or in Africa speak, 2 wildebeest. Your commentator is Paul Dickinson.
In lane 1, Graham Mullins.
Graham Mullins in his very first World's Strongest Man competition. I don't know about 2 wildebeest, but this weight equates to 2 of him. Mark Philippi, formerly of Las Vegas, and now competing out of Milwaukee.
Martin Muir, Germany.
Martin Muir of Germany, his second World's Strongest Man contest.
In lane 4, Sven Karlsen.
Sven Karlsen, ill 2 years ago, but the last 18 months have been brilliant for him.
In lane 5, Levi Vioga.
Levi Vioga from rugby country in New Zealand, from Wanganui.
In lane 6, Jean-Marc
Tocovin from Salah in France, again a first-timer at this level of competition.
Take your position.
Extraordinarily heavy, these 2 cylinders, and that equates to 2 small car engines, one on each side, so balance is going to be important to take them down the 25-metre course. On the whistle, they get away. Svend Karlsen going well, the Norwegian absolutely flying. He weighs about 23, 24 stones, solid muscle, and he's going to win this one by a mile. That is a tremendous performance. Viking power does it again. In second place is Mark Philippi from the United States, and Martin Muir of Germany coming through into 3rd. Graham Mullins has got a good 4th place, but Sven Karlsen draws first blood.
10 seconds.
Levi Vioga struggling way down the course, as is the Frenchman Tocovin, and he's all over the place. He's finished and Karlsen with a great victory.
It seemed ridiculously easy.
I was so nervous. I've been so nervous for 2 days now. I hate to go around and wait. And always in the first event. Like last year, I started up as second last. So it's a big difference for me. When I can go off leading, it's an unbelievable feeling. So,
you know, looking at the events, there's one that later on that I won't probably win looking at my competition. I just need to try and minimize the damages. So this one I expected to take first or second in, so, you know, I'm happy.
Was that good for you?
Yeah, it's very good for the start of the competition. My event's coming now. It's a very good start. I'm saying before the competition, Svend is winning, and then Mark came in the second, and I come in the third. I was very happy.
A good start then for the man who boasts that he's driven by Viking power. Not so good though for Graham Mullins, back in 4th place.
yeah, I expected to do better than that. Been Britain's strongest man. I did very well in that event. But the weight's increased. The rest doesn't help. But it just wouldn't happen on the day.
Next port of call, the Bridge of Time. From Cairo to Cape Town, this is the whole of Africa in one huge lump of metal, all 400 pounds worth of it. And they have to carry it down the bridge and back again, or at least as far as they can possibly manage. And Levi, I guess this is the first time you've done this. What do you make of it?
I think it'd be pretty hard. I think the idea is to hold it low, yeah, so you can breathe. But the idea would be also to go fast as you can before your lungs give up. Yeah.
So you're looking forward to this?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I've done it once before, but I'll give it my best, eh?
Would it be easier if it was just the North Island of New Zealand?
Yeah, or maybe the South Island, because it hasn't got that big piece out the side there.
Or maybe just one of the Samoan islands?
Yeah.
The smaller the island, the better.
Oh, for sure.
From New Zealand, please welcome Levi.
So Levi Vioga, the first we're going to see. And how on earth could anybody look forward to this event? I really don't know. An immense weight.
And lift.
A good grip. And the New Zealander gets away. Well, we've talked about tactics when we've seen this event before. Still not sure whether it's good to go fast to start with or whether to pace yourself. But the New Zealander has got away comfortably. The first 38 metres is where he'll make the turn and start to go back again, and this is looking very good indeed. 24.5 stones of body weight, carrying over 30 stones of stone. It's awkward, it's slipping, he's lost his grip, but it's still a good performance, and that is tremendous. 57.4 metres. Well, one of the best performances we've seen so far in any of the heats.
We saw the footsteps getting shorter and shorter towards the end. Could you feel your legs tightening up?
Well, not really. I was just my arms. You know, my legs were still good. Yeah, I still had length and strength in my legs, but I couldn't hold it no more. Once my arms unlocked, it was just strength in my arms.
So that's Africa. Bring on the world now.
Next to go is Mark Philippi of the United States, who suffered a terrible injury to his knee a couple of years ago in World's Strongest Man, but he has recovered so well.
Take your grip.
He's a strength coach and a power coach in American sport. He knows a lot about these sort of events as well. He's got some of that sticky stuff on his hands, trying to lock the grip together. Well, Philippi, a solid citizen, 21 stones he weighs. He's wobbling a bit at the moment, though. And he hasn't even made the first turn. Oh, he's all over the shop. He's struggling, he's gone. The American down at 32.5 metres, just being steadied by Jamie Reeves. A disappointing performance for Philippi. That is not going to make any impression on the leaders.
A pretty wretched performance from the Frenchman, just 8.5 metres. But even worse was in store for Britain's Graham Mullins. He felt his back go after just 4.
And so a desperately disappointing performance for Graham Mullins. Now it's Martin Muir of Germany.
And left.
His second World's Strongest Man competition. It was a real baptism of fire last year. Oh, look at this. He's absolutely sprinting away. Jamie Reeves can hardly keep up with him. This is brilliant by Martin Muir. And what a target it's been by Vioga of New Zealand. 57.4 metres. Well, in previous heats, we've seen two men complete the course twice at 76 metres.
Yeah!
The German is shouting and screaming, saying, yes, yes! Is he going to make the turn again for the first time in this year's competition?
Yeah!
He's done it! He's going again! This is incredible! Absolutely unbelievable. Tremendous aerobic capacity, apart from the strength. And the stone goes down at 86.5 metres. That is fantastic. He almost had the whole of Africa landing on his foot there, but he's going to be delighted.
I was very happy.
And you were almost running.
Yeah, I'm very good in speed. My best time in 100 meters was 11 seconds.
Really? As a serious athlete.
Yeah.
So you have the power there and also the power here too.
Yeah. But the power here is not important. Here is the power, very important in the air.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Martin Muir is some athlete. And that has really thrown down the gauntlet to Sven Karlsen. But I've seen Sven Karlsen complete this event before. It was the Husafell stone, and he was brilliant. Now then, he's got to make the turn twice and go further to win this one. Sven Karlsen from Drammen in Norway, tremendous all-round sportsman, a bodybuilder, a powerlifter, and a very, very good strongman. Makes the turn, looking good. He's been around long enough as well to know exactly what is required. He's heading towards Levi Vioga's distance, and if he goes past that, I just wonder how much further he will go. He's slowing down. He's not going to chase Martin Muir, but that is second place for Sven Karlsen. A brilliant performance by Martin Muir, but good points once again for Sven Karlsen.
Maybe I pushed myself to the really hard limit. Could maybe got him, but I don't think so. That is too much of a risk. There's still 4 more events to come, so...
Is that born of experience, because you've been here so many times before, you know how to play the game?
And I got some good guys that are advising me. So if it doesn't work, I have to go back and kill them.
And Kevin Keegan thought it was hard coaching the England football team. So Karlsen, a good result for him. The tactical card played in second place. And this heat looks like being pretty tight. In second place, though, look out for Martin Muir. Maybe the German is the surprise card in here.
Well, you know, strong men are changing. They're still very strong, they're still very powerful. But these days, they're pretty quick too. You do have a personal best of 11 seconds dead for 100 metres. How important do you think actually being able to run fast is for a strong man now?
I think it's very important. You have more faster than the other competitors.
So how much speed training do you do now?
2 days in the week for one hour.
11 seconds. Not bad, but I think I can do a bit better.
I can't believe it. 7.5.
So now we head to the amphitheatre for event number 3.
Well, the deadlift hold is hard enough at the best of times, just the 1,400 kilograms of car to be picked up and held for as long as you possibly can. But it's triply hard when you're injured, and also you've got to go on your own. And that's the fate that sadly befalls Graham. First of all, the injury. We saw you taking what looked like a hell of a fall yesterday. How was it?
Yeah, it was extremely painful at the time. Basically, a couple of vertebrae opened up and trapped a nerve, which meant that I just couldn't plant the left leg at all, and the pain just shot down it. And that was a bit scary at the time.
But you're smiling this morning, and now, of course, you have, because your French counterpart has pulled out, you've got to go on your own. So that makes it even harder, doesn't it?
It does, yes, because you try and spark off each other, and if you can see the other guys going to drop, then you know you just got to hang on for a few more seconds, and every second counts in this event.
So Graham Mullins gets strapped on, ready for this event, and boy, oh boy, does he need good points. And every second does count. The lift successful. That is over a ton he's lifting there. 1,400 kilos. And this man who appeared in the blockbuster movie Gladiator earlier on this year, he met a slow and painful death in the movie. I hope it's not going to be the same here. Up to 20 seconds. Screaming, oh, he's finished. Just over 20 seconds. And obviously the injury is still affecting him.
That is extremely heavy. I'm usually pretty competent at deadlift hold. No excuses, my back felt good. 1 or 2 twinges, but nothing that could have stopped me. But in this heat, maybe a little bit of mental block, but that is heavy.
That's got to be a big understatement, hasn't it? All of these contests involving superhuman effort to shift very, very heavy objects. Now then, our first pairing coming into the heat of the amphitheatre. Levi Vaioga of New Zealand, being led there by Mark Philippi of the United States. And this is an event in a previous programme, of course, where Glenn Ross for Great Britain won it comfortably at over 70 seconds. I wonder if any of these guys can get close to that. Philippi and the rest being cheered on by thousands of school children who've come here to watch this.
Are you ready? Left.
Mark Philippi on the left, a champion powerlifter, squeezes it up. Levi Vaioga just a shade behind him. Tremendous atmosphere here. Mark Philippi's wife in the background, shouting and screaming. The American, though, a little bit unsteady on his feet. They've got to stay rock solid. Going past the time of Graham Mullins, only just, though, for Levi Vaioga. And the American is still there. Well, Philippi, he's won powerlifting competitions in the past. He's been America's strongest man in the past. Can he make a big impression here? He's got 1 foot slightly further forward than the other. I don't know technically whether he really wants that, but he's still solid, heading towards 50 seconds. What has he got left? Vaioga shouting and screaming, it's gone. A superhuman effort there by Philippi, 55.7.
It's basically how much pain you want to put up with. And then the straps went. I might have been able to go a little bit longer.
Where was the pain?
It's in your upper back. Yeah, you can't breathe and you just start shaking.
Sounds like fun, doesn't it? So, the last 2 men getting strapped on. Mark Philippi referring to those straps, which contribute towards what has got to be an incredible grip. Sven Karlsen on the right, and Martin Muir, who is an absolute revelation in the last event. Karlsen steady, the German is very steady. Tremendous target set by Mark Philippi at 55.7. It looks as though Graham Mullins' 22 seconds is going to be surpassed with ease. So the man from Rotherham really struggling in Heat 4 of World's Strongest Man.
30.
Sven Karlsen leaning back into it, but he's lost it. 35.7 seconds. His worst performance so far. And I wonder if the German can head for victory number 2. 10 seconds to go. 55.7. The American, Mark Philippi, has the lead, and he's still got it. Martin Muir, 52.5 seconds. Another very good performance by the German.
Happy with second or disappointed?
Yeah, it's okay. But Mark was my favorite in this event, and he win. It's very good for me, and I was happy.
So the car lift going according to the form book, and a good victory for the American Mark Philippi. Muir second and Karlsen third, and this heat really will be tight. 1 point separating the 3 of them, and 3 athletes too of remarkably different physiques. Now we head off down to the beach, just the 800 pounds of rocks in the boulder holder to be carried as far as possible around that circle. This event puts pressure on the entire body.
Right, Lift.
Graham Mullins still struggling with injury. He's going to find this one tough, that's for sure. And he's gone already. Ah, he's finished so early. Levi Vioga of New Zealand, big tough customer, but he's gone down, and that is a big surprise. He wants to go again, but the referee says no. Now, what has Mark Philippi got? He did so well in the last event where he won with the car lift, struggling a little bit, but at least he's got it on the move. He's in the lead, he's gone down. Oh, his knee crumbled underneath him, and that is a big, big injury for the American. That is so unlucky.
Lift.
Svend Karlsen of Norway, scoring good points in every competition so far. A first and a second place, and then a third in the car. And this is better. Such bad luck for the American Mark Philippi. He's certainly done enough, and this is what is known as economy of effort. He could have gone further, but he didn't bother. Martin Muir of Germany. Seen what he's got to beat. It is Sven Karlsen's 175 degrees, and the weight in that basket, the equivalent to carrying the England rugby front row around, and he's going past it. He's won again. That will be victory number 2 for Martin Muir. But everybody thinking about that terrible injury to Mark Philippi.
I hope Mark comes back tomorrow, and I wish you good luck, and I hope he comes tomorrow. But it was not so easy, not so heavy, and I must win for the points, and it's okay for me.
Martin Muir proving that all-round athleticism is a powerful weapon in strongman, and despite Philippi's injury, the show had to go on.
Wasn't that heavy though. Felt that I had it all under control. So.
Is injury a risk that you always live with, do you think, doing this?
Of course it is. This sport's middle name is danger. And stupid as we are, normally do bad warm-ups as well.
But from the competition point of view, you'll take that. That's good enough.
Yeah.
Philippi suffered serious knee ligament damage, and with the Frenchman already eliminated, Muir and Karlsen are almost certainly through. Now we head off to the Roman baths. And so we come to an event where it's not so much a question of pulling your finger out as pushing it up and pushing it over. That's what you've got to do with these Fingal's fingers, named after the giant of mythology, and each weighing between 200 and 300 kilograms. I'll tell you what, there'll be a big hand for the winner of this.
On the left, we've got
Graham Mullins on the left-hand side, striding up onto the platform and really just doing this for pride now. He's got no chance of making it through to the final, and neither has Levi Vioga. Now, Mullins may well have the advantage here because he's done this event before in Britain's Strongest Man at Alton Towers. Here we go. 200 kilograms the first, and Levi Vioga flipped it over so easily. Oh. Flips it up onto his chest, that's the way to do it. Mullins is struggling, and that has got a lot to do with the fact he injured himself in the second event. Vioga 2, Mullins 2. The clock will be ticking away as well because the timekeepers time every step of the way when they flip each of those fingers. Heading now towards the heaviest. Vioga just struggling a bit, but it's not surprising. 275 kilos this one. Now can he do 4? It's going to be close. Mullins has done his third. Vioga, come on, yes! Good performance. And Mullins is absolutely shattered. That's it for Graham Mullins. He finishes on 3 and looks across and sees the New Zealander try to go for the 5th. 300 kilograms, and it's gone down, but he's in the lead at the moment. Vioga finishes on 4. Mullins exhausted.
I just feel like dying at it. It was running when it was halfway up, just to get it over. I'll spear tackle it. That's what I feel like doing.
Take your grip.
Well, he certainly enjoyed his experience in World's Strongest Man this year, but
On the whistle.
These two guys are already through to the final, and that is unbelievable. With 2 events to go, this now becomes a little bit academic. Karlsen on the far side, there he is. But Martin Muir would love to beat him in this event and win this heat. Still the Atlas stones to go, of course, and Muir just a little bit behind Karlsen. These two guys over 20 stones in body weight, but hardly any surplus body weight at all. What I'm trying to say is they're solid muscle. 2 unbelievable strong men. Karlsen, though, just tying up a little bit. In terms of overall fitness, I think Martin Muir has the edge. In terms of sheer brute force, maybe Karlsen, the stronger of the 2. 300 kilograms is the last finger, and that is what Karlsen is trying to get over. He's won this event. Maximum points for the Norwegian, Muir in 2nd place.
So the Norwegian and the German continuing to dominate this heat. 1st and 2nd in the Fingal's fingers. Well clear in the overall classification and qualifying for the final. Still with 1 event to go. For them, it's now just a matter of pride.
Ready! On the whistle!
The final event, Martin Muir head-to-head against Sven Karlsen, tied on 26 points each. So I wonder who's going to win this one. That was almost like dunking a basketball from Sven Karlsen. 95 kilos the first one, 105 the next, and it looked like a feather. Martin Muir is behind. The 4th one equates to Sven Karlsen's own body weight, 130 kilos. This is incredible. This could be the fastest time ever. Now it goes upwards to 160 kilos. That is unbelievable. 33.5 seconds. Nobody has ever done it faster. Essentially, that is a world record in an established World's Strongest Man event. And he even has time to say to Muir, well, I've done it, mate. How about you? Great performance by Martin Muir, though. But Sven Karlsen, the champion. How about that? That proves what I was saying about these guys being real athletes.
Everybody else would have watched that and thought that was pretty impressive.
Yeah, the Viking he arrived today. Sven went back home yesterday.
The Viking has landed.
The Viking is here. Now we're up for the grand final. There's going to be war.
Academic really, but Karlsen putting down a marker, really showing the rest what he can do. He and Muir safely through to the final, but maybe Karlsen's a good bet to win the whole thing.
I need to win because I already ordered a boat, so I must win. And just to cover the telephone bill, because I have a newborn boy back home, and my girlfriend, I missed them a lot, so I must win this year.
So these are the 8 who are going to generate in the final of the Metrex Trophy. Still 2 places to be filled.
Well, through to the final again, brilliant. Viking power to the 4 and all that. And, you know, back from injury, serious contender now, so I'm sure everybody's rooting for you. I must just tell you, though, I've been out in the bush a couple of times over the past few days because I'm desperate to see Africa's Big 5, particularly the rhino. I'm really fond of rhinos, but as far as I can see, there just aren't any.
Good morning.